Well, hello, everybody. We're back because these guys decided they felt like playing another session of this game for reasons I have yet to understand. My name is OPT Lawyer, and welcome back to another issue of Caelus City. Joining me today, Norastia, Cham, Tej. Why are you guys here?
I don't know.
Okay, that's a great answer right there. So,
I'm contractually obligated to make you feel better about yourself. So
That's my job.
yes, but I can't say who made me sign the contract. You can.
Oh, yeah.
Something about doctor-patient confidentiality.
yeah.
Anyway, I've already said too much.
Indeed. So, last time on Caelus City, you guys needed to go to the store for a gallon of milk and ended up at a convenience store. And, crow happened. Big crow that you guys dispatched extremely easily. And then, that was about that. And then you found a dart. And that dart had something very bad on it, didn't it?
Jerk.
Yes. The brain, Cal, got faced with his shame, didn't he? Yes. But...
Yes, the fact that he was doing the risky business dance unbeknownst to everybody on the world through Apollo's Twitch stream. Which, by the way, twitch.tv/TDC Apollo. It actually exists.
it does actually exist. They did it. I'm not sure why.
We had to before somebody else did.
Fair.
Exactly.
Yes, because that was going to happen.
Own
They were so
the
popular.
meme.
Right.
If you don't own the meme, then you're not memeing hard enough.
You're not wrong.
Exactly.
So, after finding a dart in this kid's arm, Cal thought he had figured out the correct plan, got the anti-paralytic from the EMTs and whatnot that showed up at the scene, and he thought everything was great. Gets back home, analyzes the stuff, the DP50, and realizes that it's been altered just a bit. And unfortunately, the anti-paralytic is only temporary. So with that recap out of the way, issue 2, on the cover, you see a giant campus of a hospital. It's clearly signed Caelus General Hospital. There's one of those things that's got like multiple buildings all over the place, you know. It looks really modern, really well done. We open the book. Cal, we're just going to pretty much stay with you. What did Cal do during the night?
The same thing he does every night, Pinky.
Did you try to take over the world?
He was furiously in his laboratory, making sure he has numerous different books with the notes that he remembers from the dart sample. So he has backups upon backups upon backups. So that was basically what he was doing, while also trying to figure and unsuccessfully craft, antidotes.
Successfully, you say. Okay.
I say unsuccessfully.
Right, that's what I said. Unsuccessfully, you say. Okay. So.
I say unsuccessfully because without more of the substance to study, there's no way he can make an actual active antidote. He can only theory craft.
Well, then there's that. So while that's going on, our fearless cat Apollo, what were you up to while he's doing all of this?
Oh, Apollo curled up on the bed and went to sleep.
Okay, that's probably normal, yes. Well, there's still one other character.
While live streaming and getting like 300 views.
Right.
He sleeps. Live stream.
So,
Sleep stream.
right. So our resident delinquent, Palmer.
Resident.
Yes. So what would you have done here? I'll tell you this, going into the next day is a Saturday, so you're not in school. So the question is, would you have stayed at Cal's place, or would you have gone home?
I think I would have gone home.
Okay.
I don't think my parents would have been hot with me, like, staying the night over there without informing them, and I don't want to hear it.
Okay, then. So, we're going to start in the morning at Palmer's house.
Ooh.
So, describe your house. What's the Palmer family residence look like?
Well, you remember the big house in the movie Yours, Mine, and Ours?
No.
Okay. Picture like a massive 2-story house, and it's like looks like one of those old-fashioned houses that you'd see during the '90s sitcoms, where like there's not enough rooms for all the kids, so it's like separated by age. You have like kids running all over the place. Things always getting done. The house always seems to have constant motion going on. It seems to be a little bit of a mess, but not entirely, because I mean the mother's probably used to dealing with all this.
Mm-hmm.
White picket fence, that kind of cool thing.
Right.
So yeah, a pretty normal-looking big house for a big family.
Okay.
Nice big yard. Nice neighborhood.
Okay.
Well, not nice.
Right.
Like, one nice.
Gotcha. That's cool. All right. So, what time about would you wake up?
Well, if it's a Saturday and there's nothing doing, probably not until like 10 a.m. if he can.
Okay. So you get out of bed or whatever, you wake up, and when you walk out of your room, whatever that is, dressed or whatever have you, you are met immediately by your father. What would his name be?
I wrote down my siblings, but not my parents. Oh no. Father's name is gonna be... Let's go with Josiah.
How do you spell that?
Josiah.
Okay. So
For
anyway.
some reason, you say Josiah and Rosanna is in my head.
Yeah, that was actually oddly in my head too, actually.
Huh.
Okay, so so your father sees, he's like, Harvard.
Yeah, Dad.
Just wanted to ask, how's your schooling going?
It's going great, Dad. Yeah.
Well, that's good, because, the report card we got from you last semester was not very good.
Yeah, I know. I'm working on it.
By the way, what time would you have come home last night?
Probably after 10.
Okay. And yet, you're out after 10 o'clock at night. You come home, you don't really even say anything. You just go to your room, and that's it.
I snuck in, by the way.
That's what it, yeah. So we don't even know when you came home last night.
But I was home.
Yeah. You weren't home around dinner time. You weren't home after 9, I looked.
No.
Look. Your schooling is important. I know you've got your friends you like to hang out with. And as long as you're not getting anything dangerous, I guess it's fine. To a point. But you need to make sure your grades are improving, boy.
They're getting improved, Dad. I had an F last semester. I got a D this semester.
That's not good enough. You need to pass. You have to do better. Look at your brother. He's getting straight A's.
Yeah, he does.
Yes.
He's so great. In fact, he does so well, there's no point in having any other kids.
Just stares at you. Just shakes his head and says,
Are we done,
no.
Dad?
Look. Harvard, I'm just trying to impress upon you the importance of your education. If you don't get one, you're not going to be able to survive when you leave here.
I do just fine whenever I leave.
Right.
I know lots of stuff that they don't teach me in school. Like, what am I going to do with math? And do with all that history of people that aren't even around anymore?
Quick smash cut to Cal running a bunch of calculations.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Complex math equation.
I was just
What am I going to do with chemistry?
I was just going to
Who
go.
uses that?
Right, I was just going to go there. Shakes his head and says, I mean, I use very complicated math all the time in the accounting firm.
Well, yeah, but you're an accountant. What if I don't want to be that?
I didn't say you had to. I'm just saying, you can't be out all night with your friends if you're not doing well in school. You can't go around and run around at 10 o'clock at night if you're not doing well in school. Because if you don't do well in school, you're not going to amount to anything, and that's not what I want for you. What I really want for you is stability. You don't have any. By the way, at the moment, he is attempting to shift your labels because he's telling you exactly how the world works and all of that good stuff.
Right.
He's moving your mundane up, and I'm going to say your superior down.
Oh, I'm resisting this one.
Good luck.
Screw you, Dad.
Roll that beautiful dice footage.
Right.
Do I get a bonus because I'm his kid and he loves me very much?
Nope.
You have influence over me?
You have influence over your phone. Okay, well then. So,
Hashtag boxcars.
Yes.
right? Alright, so, when you reject someone's influence on a +10, choose 2. Clear a condition or mark potential by immediately acting to prove them wrong. Shift one label up and one label down, your choice. Cancel their influence to take +1 forward against them.
I can choose 2 of those?
Yep.
Okay. So I am definitely going to clear a condition on that.
Okay.
Getting rid of my insecurity.
It's probably the best time to do that.
Yes. Let's see, oh, I'd like to have a +1 on him later on.
I mean, if you cancel his influence, he's not going to have it over you.
Oh yeah, but I can't cancel influence, can
Your
Yes,
choice.
you can.
sorry.
Yes, you can.
I'm looking at the take advantage. I'm sorry, I'm looking at something. Cancel, yeah, I'm definitely taking cancel.
Okay. Alright, so how do you act to prove him wrong? You have to do that.
Alright, I mean, really the way I'm going to act to prove him wrong, he was trying to, like, say I need more stability or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm honestly just going to blow him off and just walk out the door. Like, I don't need to listen to this. I'm fine.
He snorts and just like, look, he watches you walk out and says, just kind of, you can hear him shake his head. Just be like, I'm just trying to get what's best for you, kid.
I know what's best for me as I take my coat and go out the door. Where was I even going to go? Crud. Oh well.
You just walked out without eating breakfast, boy, so you better figure out what you're gonna do now.
Do I have any more of those Twix bars left?
Kit Kats? Probably not, dude.
Kit Kats,
You had
yes.
6 of them, though, so that's up to you.
Right. I think I have at least 1 left. Let's take 1 leftover Kit Kat bars and I'll feast upon that as I go over towards Cal's house. Because, you know, I'm well adjusted.
Right. Alright, so you're heading over to Cal's then?
Actually, where would I go? Saturday, I don't have any.
Is there some place you guys would, like, ever meet up outside of, like, Cal's house?
I actually was thinking about going to an arcade.
I mean, yes. The arcade would be a good one. The brocade.
Broken.
Yeah, I like that.
You could have Apollo with you in a little backpack carrier.
Are you kidding me? We just walk in. Twitch star Apollo here to sign autographs.
I mean, there's that.
Right.
All right.
But yeah, no, I do think actually, Palmer would actually probably go towards the arcade to kind of blow off some steam.
Okay.
He'd probably do it first, if anything.
All right, so you're going off to the arcade. Would Cal and Apollo actually like go there too, kind of expecting to see him, or are you still going to be like at home doing anything, or are you going to like take a break?
Now that he has even a shred of information onto where this came from, he is not. He is digging into this.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. All right, so we're going. So the comic
Apollo is scratching at the door, trying to get out, though.
Fair enough. So
Apollo, what do you want?
The door. The button's jammed.
The button's jammed.
You do realize that I put a cat flap in for you, correct?
It's not opening.
Hold on, let me... Takes out laser pointer, shines on the wall, shines it up to the button.
Apollo,
Do you smack it?
Apollo smacks the button.
So,
I can now open the big doors.
Right.
Sweet.
Nice.
Yeah, so Apollo's just runs out the door.
Right. So,
Oh,
hold on. Before all of this, the comic panel shows Palmer walking off to the arcade, so that's where he's at. So keep going.
Right?
Just wanted to establish that's where he went to. Go.
Apollo, just watch out. I'm pretty sure Athena's still looking for you.
Oh, no.
Oh, you see her on the fence between the two houses.
Apollo's just looking down at the ground, embarrassed as could be, just trying to keep. Don't look, don't look, don't look, don't look, don't.
You can feel. Yeah, I was gonna say you feel her looking at you, and she's just there. She's got that loving kind of like sly little smile on her face, and she gives you like a little wink. But she doesn't come down though. She's just sitting up there. She's just observing. Her tail kind of like flicks a little bit.
Can I get a little privacy here?
As you say that, the door of the lab shuts.
Not the privacy I wanted.
Wait, did you shut him out of the lab?
Can I get a little privacy here?
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Okay. So she chuckles a bit, as a cat would, but since for the moment she's just gonna stay up there. She's just looking down at you, not doing anything. Just clearly
Apollo's gonna go hide in the bush in the backyard.
Okay then. So while that's going on, Cal, are you doing anything like specific? Anything you want to do at all, or?
No, he's just running calculations, and we just get like the string of panels of number GIF, crumple paper throw, numbers, crumple paper throw, comic panel, just the pyramid of crumpled paper.
Right? So, one question. Would Cal have like any kind of like news alert set for his cell phone or something like that? Like, especially because of, what happened. Or would he have not cared?
Anything, he would have set a bunch of keywords, anything that would even closely remotely relate to anything to do with DP50, he would have alerts set up for.
Mm-hmm.
So, unfortunately, he gets a lot of alerts of people complaining about their Botox.
Right. Got you.
But no, because he basically he created an algorithm to run the search parameters for anything that could be even remotely associated with DP50 and the side effects of either that and or botulinum toxin. So yeah, he gets a lot of false alarms of my cheek fell.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So, so you get, like, your barrage of alerts for this morning. Your cell phone goes off. Do you stop and look, or do you just keep going?
Yeah, so he pulls it up on the screen. No.
So here's
I
what,
don't
yeah.
care about that one.
Here's what you see. You've got a few of those, like Botox theft from store, someone complaining about, their injection and whatnot. And you see a story about mysterious case of paralyzed arm at Caelus General Hospital.
Oh, no, Botox, no. Oh, hold on. All right, let's look into this more. All right, read article.
So, what you can glean from the what you read from the article, it's not a lot because it just happened yesterday, but it talks about a child, Brandon, who was brought into the emergency room after a kerfuffle at the convenience store, and suddenly his arm went paralyzed after he was given an anti-paralytic, and doctors are confused.
Oh, shit. Hits the button. We see the runoff screen comes back. He is now... he's got plenty of backup cannons and an arm. He's in full outfit at this point. Runs out. Athena, where's Apollo?
She points with her tail and head towards the bush.
I hate when you do that. Apollo comes out from the bush. What do you need?
We're going for a ride.
Oh, ride! Let's go.
And once he gets in and starts driving the car, he's gonna be like, all right, text Sync. Ask him where he, Sync, where are you? We're coming to get you. Send link to hospital article. Go.
What are you telling Apollo or the car to do that?
Yes.
That's a good question.
So
mostly the car.
I was going to say, you just see Apollo pushing buttons with his paw trying to type them.
Which he's actually pretty good at.
Nice. Okay, so we're gonna now cut to the arcade. Before Sync gets any kind of text message or whatnot, what arcade game is Sync going to be playing?
Like House of the Dead, or no, what? Time Crisis 2.
Okay, good old Time Crisis 2.
Electric Boogaloo?
Nice.
Yes.
Alright, so you're playing this. In this arcade, it's well, you tell me, what kind of, how big is this arcade? Is this one of those not hole in the wall, but one of those little places out of the way that you know of, or is this a giant arcade?
I'm gonna say fairly little. It's a pretty local-ish place. It's nothing crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not got multi-floors or anything. But it's one of those kind of nice, strip molly arcades.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
It's usually pretty dark, neon lights, the whole jam.
Right. Yeah. So, I'm assuming there's a counter. So is this one of those places where you pay to get in, you could just play all day, or per hour kind of thing, or is it just coin operated machines?
Coin operated machines.
All right. So there is a front, almost not a reception obviously, but just a front desk with a guy.
Yeah, ticket counter guys.
Yeah, that they have the little gift things and whatnot, the candy and all that stuff and whatnot. But there's maybe 3 employees in the entire place at best at any given time. The guy sitting up at the desk, he's got a little TV on. You don't hear the whole thing.
Oh yeah, it's an arcade.
Right, yeah, but through all the noise and whatnot, you hear the word treaty being used, repeatedly.
Treaty as in, a constitution type treaty thing, or?
A between nations kind of a thing.
Yes. Okay, sorry.
Mm-hmm. The only question I have for you is, does Sync bother to pay attention to this at all?
Let's see. His ears are probably twitch at the sound of, it being repeated over and over again, so he might, tilt his head a little bit towards it, see if it's anything interesting.
So, a little bit of history of Caelus City. And we're going to the next page, we're going to turn the page here, and we're going to get kind of a historical serif tone, like, couple images here. There is, on the outskirts of town, kind of, like, after Caelus City's done, there is a forest to the south of the city. Beyond that forest actually sits kind of a micronation. They're in a very large citadel-type area. Walls all around it, campus of kind of thing and whatnot. There used to be a war between that, and not just Caelus City, but most of the nation around them. Hasn't been like that for the last 100 years. Because of a treaty between the two people.
Right.
Flip back to you. You hear the news reporter just talking about how well, actions like this haven't been seen since the treaty was signed.
Okay, if I listen a little bit closer, it sounds like a terrorist attack or something almost.
Well, there hasn't, for you can glean, there hasn't been an attack, but what's going on, there's, the political pundits, it's just there's a news show, whatnot, and they're just talking about how that suddenly the Citadel's become a lot more active, and it seems like with overhead shots that an army is starting to be amassed. And he's not entirely... No one knows why. And the people on the other side are like, well, they're not doing anything. They're just, they've got a lot of people. Whatever. It's... At this point, it devolves into your political topical spin at this point. Also, you now get a text message.
Okay.
From Cal. Or from Apollo, actually.
Okay. I think this whole time is like doing Time Crisis, kind of like with one eye, like looking at the screen, looking at the thing that's going on, and then he gets a text message as he's still like shooting randomly on the screen because it's Time Crisis. You're usually
right.
And he's got to look at the phone. And the message was, what again? They sent the hospital article?
At this point, it's between you and Apollo. I have no idea.
Well, I mean, Tej already said, what was sent? Cal, Apollo?
It was basically that, where are you? Coming to get you. The link to the article that Cal had found about Brandon and the hospital.
Okay. Sink's not gonna bother reading the article at first. He's gonna just text back, saying, at the arcade, the brocade. Sure, whatever, I'll meet you outside.
It is now officially titled Brocade, by the way.
Then after that, he's gonna pull up the article as he kind of like throws his gun, puts his gun back in, and the game over thing appears across the screen. And then he just kind of like walks out, like looking at the cell phone to read the article out. And he's gonna remember that the boy, so he's probably gonna be like a little bit concerned at that. But how long does it take for you guys to reach the arcade?
How long do you want it to take?
It's not that far from his home, honestly, because he walked there. Yeah. So, probably not that long, I imagine. Should be pretty easy to get to.
Probably like 5 minutes or so.
Okay.
Sounds about right.
Alright, so you get there. I don't know if what you guys do.
But you guys aren't flying it, right? You're just driving it?
Just driving.
Good.
That's right, the car flies, doesn't it?
The car does whatever the hell I want the car to do.
I'm just saying, the car fly. We didn't establish flight as so much. You said you didn't want to do it with that.
Right, we established that it can do it.
Right.
Where I'm also establishing that in the process of Cal needing to take a break from his DP50 research over the past night, he may have installed a new toy in the car, which we may get to later, inspired from his trip to the convenience store.
Okay, then.
Oh, I know what this is.
You have no idea.
I can guess and be wrong.
You can guess and be wrong.
But as soon as you guys pull up, Palmer's just gonna, like, jump immediately into the front seat. Hopefully it doesn't land on Apollo. And he's gonna be like looking at his phone as he just kind of like belts in. He says, "So, that's the kid from yesterday, right?
Yeah.
What are we gonna do?"
No. We're going to go in and we're going to give the information that I have to them, and we're going to figure out what's going on.
Oh, good thing I don't have any plans for the day.
Okay, so
Good, get in.
Go
No, I was already in.
ahead. Yeah, he was in already.
Yeah, I jumped in immediately.
All right, so you guys shoot off then.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Hospital.
Kind of an oddly somber time for us too, because Cal's serious, Sync's a little bit quiet. Not sure how Apollo's.
Apollo's.
No, Apollo's just playing with me.
Yeah. That or I was like, he's still blushing from Athena, just watching.
Horrified, having nightmares. you see him in the chair roll over, and he's kind of got his paws up in the air, and he's kind of just kicking. Nightmarish.
Nice. All right, so we turn the page. You get to the hospital. You drive up into the parking lot of the hospital. The visitors' parking lot. And actually, where would you go? Like, would you just go in the main entrance, or would you try to go someplace different?
No, we would park in the visitors' parking lot, and we pull in. Cal, for the record, has been driving with the gauntlets on, pulls into the visitors' parking lot, hits a couple of buttons on the gauntlet, and they do the Iron Man thing, where they just sort of retract, and he now has a very stylish watch.
Nice.
Okay, so are you going in plain clothes, or is Cal suited up?
I was going in plain clothes.
Okay, then Sync won't. Sync will probably just look like himself with his trench coat on, like regular.
All right. Before you get into the hospital, Cal, you get a text message. It's from your mother. It's like,
Okay.
It says, "Hi, Cal. Hope everything's fine. Sorry I wasn't home this morning. Had a meeting to get to. Hey, would you mind checking in on your brother soon? He might need something."
Looks back at Sync and Apollo at the hospital. Looks at Apollo, shakes his head, looks at Sync.
What's up?
Can I ask a favor?
Sure, what's up?
He throws you the keys.
Okay.
Can you head back to my place and make sure everything's good with Daniel?
Yes! Do I get to take the car?
Unless you have a faster way of getting there.
I mean, I teleport.
Give me the keys back.
No, these are...
Give me the keys back.
Fine. I'll drive later. Alright, I'll be back in a jiffy. Alright, so
you can just teleport. You're fine.
it's actually kind of an odd thing, though. Like, Sync doesn't teleport super long distances.
Right?
What he does is he actually teleports as almost a way of flight.
Oh,
So,
that's cool.
he'll, portal in, and then, he'll just kind of, portal out as he's kind of, falling, getting velocity as he's getting back over to Cal's house.
That's cool.
So, yeah, because he's not too good at the long-distance stuff if he can't see it.
So does Cal respond to his mother at all? Just to be like, "Yes, Mom," or something like that?
He just looks at, it'll be taken care of.
So after a few moments, you get a text back that says, "Thanks, dear. You're so good to your brother. That's really great that you take care of him so well. You put aside everything for him all the time, and that's really good because you're really good at that kind of a thing. So thank you so much for that." Which, by the way, through text messaging, she's now trying to shift your labels. Savior up and superior down.
Text influence.
Yes.
He will accept this because it involves his brother.
There you go. She sends the smiley emote at the end of it.
We get a half-page spread of him just rolling his eyes.
All right, so Palmer is off portal hopping back to your place. Cal, what do you do? And Paolo, what are you doing?
Are we there?
Yeah, Apollo, I know how much you hate this, but you have two options. And Cal reaches into one of the glove boxes and pulls out two things. One is a leash, and the other is a vest that says service animal.
Oh,
Which one?
the service animal vest.
Puts it on. It's stylish, at least.
So Apollo just immediately drops to his stomach, sprints out all fours, and just drops to his stomach. Absolutely hates this.
But he hates the leash even more.
Right. All right, so you guys, so you walk in the hospital, and it's your typical hospital lobby. There's the information center right in the front, and there's just the gift shop over that direction. Intake over to the side. Where you go to get like clinical stuff done, whatnot. So what do you do?
Looking for. I don't want the intake section.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want the front desk. When you walk into a hospital and there's the intake information section, and then you can go a little bit farther down and there's like the specialty desks for each section of the hospital.
Yep.
He's looking for the specialty desks.
Okay. See, the article probably wouldn't have said too much, but I'm
pretty sure Cal can extrapolate.
With your background and whatnot, you would know that he is probably in. Oh gosh.
Probably in I would say PICU. Yeah.
Yeah, something along those lines. So, or more specifically, you know what? No, there's a child section of this hospital, so that's where you would go first.
That's what I said. PICU,
yes.
Pediatric Intensive Care Unit.
Right, exactly. So, I thought I got that confused with PACU. Sorry. that's yeah. Okay, my bad. So
OPT, your lawyer is showing.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the name.
It's called medical malpractice. Anyway, so you walk up to the desk about that you can pretty much assume is going to have that information. There's a nice lady behind the desk. She's typing away at her computer, and she looks up and sees you and says, "Oh, hello,
ma'am. I happened to come across an article this morning about a patient with presenting with arm paralysis. I'd like to speak to the attending physician about that. I may have some information that could be relevant."
So she kind of stares at you. She's like,
So Apollo jumps up on the desk at this point.
"Oh! Excuse me, you're not allowed to have pet... Oh, sir, you have a service cat?"
I bring him around. He is a special emotional support cat.
Oh, dear. I see. Okay. Well, I don't know if I could...
So Apollo just starts nudging and rubbing on the person, mostly trying to get on top of the paper that has the information.
Look, you're not going to tell me any information I don't already know. I can rattle off the patient's name, what all of the presenting symptoms are, when it happened, how it happened. I can give you all of that. So you're not going to tell me anything that I don't already know. I need to speak to the attending physician.
Okay, you know what? I'll excuse me a moment. She picks up like the phone and kind of turns away from you for a bit, and she's talking in a bit of a hushed tone. There's clearly a connect me with this person. She waits for a moment, and she talks a little bit more, and you hear the words, He says he knows all of this. He says he really needs to speak to you. He has information. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'll tell him. All right. She hangs up. She looks at you and says, he'll be right out, sir, if you wouldn't mind just having waiting just over. There's a nice row of seats that look all nice and comfy.
He doesn't sit.
Just sit. Okay. Or just not stand in front of the counter. You're a little intense.
He'll pace.
Okay. Are you okay at all? Do you need... There's a drinking fountain down the hall if you need water or something. Okay, that's fine.
he just keeps pacing, muttering to himself.
Right. That's what I figured. Oh, okay, that's fine. Alright, so, moments later, see a doctor come out. This is, he is a panther. He walks out. He's got the doctor suit on and whatnot. Walks out, sees you. He looks at you and says, he looks at the receptionist. She points to you. He looks over to you and says, so, son, I've been told you have information to help out with a case of mine?
I do, but out here in the public is not the place to discuss it.
He kind of looks you over. He's kind of unsure of this, because this is very highly abnormal, but kind of gives a nod and says, okay. He's got a bit of a gruff voice. All right. Follow me. He kind of brings you in.
I still hate when you do that.
The doctor looks back at it, like, at first, like, why did you just whistle at me? But didn't say. They just looks at it. They didn't see. So they're like, oh. Okay. Sport care. Okay, that's fine.
This is fine.
Right. So he walks you in. You don't get too far into the area because there's like pretty much a conference room off to the side. So he brings you in with the polo. He closes the door. Says, all right, son. My name is Dr. Hatford. Who might you be? And why do you have any information that could help me?
Well, I have information that can help because I was there yesterday when he got shot with a dart. Here's all the information that I was able to extract from what was in it. And he hands him a copy of one of the paperwork.
So, Dr. Hadford takes this into his hands. It's kind of like curiously at first, but he then looks down at it. It's clear he's about to say something that's kind of in a doubting manner, but instead he looks down at this and starts reading, and you can see in his eyes that he immediately locks on to what he's reading because he's like being the doc, he's like understanding a lot of this. He's like, okay, how did you get all of this?
How did I get all the information?
Yes,
as I said. I was there, and I was able to extract a little bit of the residue that was on the dart, so I could study it. It is a derivative of botulinum toxin, blah, 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 parrot, everything we discussed last time, so I don't have to do it again, blah, blah, blah.
So he, as you're telling him this, he's still staring at you. He's like, okay, I understand that you were there and okay, so you took the dart. You realize that's probably against every protocol known to man?
Yeah, probably. And I also realized that if I didn't, nobody else would have known what to look for. And you'd be sitting here with a presenting case of paralysis having no clue what to do.
Okay. How do you know so much about this stuff?
Before we have that discussion, Doctor, does doctor-patient confidentiality extend to this conversation?
He stiffens up. What exactly does that mean? You're not a patient, number one. What are you trying to say?
I'm asking... You want to know how I know about this? I'm asking a question.
Are you going to tell me, like... On the condition that you've done nothing illegal.
I did nothing illegal.
Okay, then.
The illegal part happened after.
Okay, then. What happened?
The reason I know so much about this is the base that this poison is based off of is something I created.
He blinks. It's like wide-eyed. His like yellow black eyes are like huge. Like what?
And that is going to trigger my shame move when you are confronted with your shame, either mark a condition or move superior down, and any other label up, I believe.
I think so. When you're confronted with your shame, either mark a condition or shift superior down.
Superior down and danger up.
Danger up, yeah.
Which we will do.
Okay. All right. So he's just kind of like blinks a number of times and is like, "How old are you?"
Currently, 16. When I developed that, 14.
Okay. Like, it's clear that he wants to doubt you, but considering you probably explained the exact chemical makeup of the thing, he can't.
There are drawings of the chemical makeup in the notes.
Right, yeah.
Like,
I mean,
the notes, for the record,
yeah.
are a binder about this big.
Right, yeah. So he's going through all of this, and he's just like, okay, why would you even think about trying to do this? This is dangerous.
Yes, and I was attempting, and still attempting, to find a cure for something.
A cure for
Batten disease.
Oh, son, that hasn't been cured yet at all. We're not even close.
I was making a breakthrough. I was halfway there with this. And then it got stolen from me. And 2 years later, this is the first appearance since then, and this is what it's been morphed into. A highly potent paralytic toxin. Which apparently is resistant to antiparalytics because I ensured that the child got one within 15 minutes of being with having the toxin injected.
So he looks like, at first he looks like stunned, impressed, and then he turns and starts to look more than a little upset. And he looks at you and says, and so what you're telling me is you started researching all of this and you did all of this without any of the security one would normally have for something along these lines to let it get stolen. And now, apparently, somebody's out there weaponizing it.
That's about the summary of it, yes.
What were you thinking?
That I want to save my brother.
Noble. Why wouldn't you come to any state like lab? Like we have protocols. This is why we have our protocols.
Don't you think I tried that? Nobody wanted to believe that a 13-year-old with a binder was going to have anything to do with any of this research. No one believed a word of what I was saying. I'm sorry. The only time anyone who was 13 years old ever got anywhere in the medical field, their name was Doogie Howser.
I never liked that show. You didn't come to the right people.
Don't think about it being stolen every goddamn day.
How did it get stolen?
It keeps me up at night.
How did it get stolen? Who stole it?
If I knew who stole it, I would be going after them. I don't know. Everything I have discovered, everything I have found, everything I can remember is in that binder I gave you.
Okay. All right. Look, follow me. Let's go try to see if we can't break this down further. So he takes you down a hallway. The next comic panel is him walking down the hallway with you following along, I'm assuming, with Apollo prancing behind you.
I'm pretty sure at this point Apollo's doing the full Pokemon thing and he's a shoulder cat.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
So, we're going to turn the page, and we're going to hit Palmer. And Palmer makes his final jump back to your house. Or back to Porter's house.
Yeah.
Assuming you gave him a key to get in or something along those lines.
Oh, of course.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Right, you gave me the keys.
No. He knows where the key to get in is.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So, I had a question. Cal, what is the current status of your brother Daniel?
Right now, we're on the end stages of like the beginning stages of it. So right now it's like blurry vision, like vision fades in and out, occasional seizures, but for the most part, still a regular kid-ish. If that makes sense.
Okay, so he's not like bedridden or something along those lines.
No, we're not there yet.
Gotcha. Fatigue, things like that.
Yep. Basically, symptoms of Batten disease usually start between the ages of 5 and 10 years and include loss of vision or seizures. Over time, there's a loss of muscle control and some wasting of brain tissue. Progressive sight loss and dementia occur. There is no treatment available to cure or slow the progression.
Gotcha. All right, so
that information is pinned in the chat, by the way.
Oh, cool, awesome. Oh, you mean Earthing? Okay, gotcha. Cool.
Yes, it's pinned in the Discord.
Right, gotcha. Okay. All right, so Sync, you've made it there. You know how to get in. So what do you do?
Okay, after finding the key under the fake rock that's under the fake tree, I use
in
that
the fake garden.
In the fake garden. I use that to get in, and we were told just to check to make sure he's doing okay, right?
Yeah, and you might need anything, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I open the door, and I kind of knock on it as I come in, and I'm just kind of calling out, Daniel?
Okay, so I'm assuming he has to know you then, right?
Right?
Oh, of course.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, so...
Daniel, your brother sent me.
So you hear oh, hi, Sync.
Hi, Daniel.
Oh, wait.
Where am I hearing that? Is he upstairs? Or
yeah, he'd be upstairs, like, kind of in his room. Just, sitting on his bed, maybe, I don't know, playing some handheld thing, console, Switch, whatever.
Alright, I make sure to lock the door behind me as I go inside and go upstairs and kind of peek my head into his room.
Cal has definitely tweaked whatever handheld system it is so that it's got a easier to see picture.
Right.
Nice. Considerate. So, hi there. How you doing?
He smiles at you. He's like, oh, hi there. Oh, what you doing here, Sync?
Oh, we were just
Actually, I'm sorry. Would you have told him your hero name was Sync, or would you?
No, I would probably told him just to call him.
Sorry. Okay, so
That's okay.
So, oh, hi, Harv. How you doing?
Nice. Doing fine, kid. Daniel. Yeah, I was just suggesting that we come by and see how you're doing, see if you need anything. Just want to make sure you're doing all right.
Oh, yeah. You know where Cal is? I didn't see him when I got up this morning. Is he okay?
Oh, your brother's been super busy. He's just been out, you know how he is, getting in on his projects, obsessing over stuff.
Yeah, he's always so busy. But he always he's so good. He always makes time for me, though. I love him. He's great.
Yeah, he's a great brother.
So where is he? He's okay, right?
Oh, he's fine.
Okay.
He's just going out running an errand, and I think he's visiting somebody at the hospital.
Oh, okay.
So what you playing there? Looks pretty sweet.
It's one of those capture monster games. Not the official one, the the kind of the cheaper version. I like it.
Oh, I got you.
I like it better though. The pets are cuter.
No, I totally get that. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Oh, hey, you know what though? Mom got me something really cool. You want me to show you it?
As he kind of looks around, kind of looks as watch that's not on his wrist, and says, well, sure, I got a little bit of time.
Oh, that's great.
Let's see it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so he stands up and he starts to walk over to his closet. And then he falls down.
Oh, geez, I rushed to kind of catch him before he falls.
He's like, oh, I'm fine. Oh, thanks. I just my leg just
You gotta be careful.
my leg just kind of gave out. Actually, I can't stop moving my leg. His leg is jerking kind of up and down.
Okay. Is this normal, Daniel?
No.
Or just...
Well, sometimes I lose a little control of. If you've been around him a lot, you may or may not know he's in the middle of having a seizure.
Okay. All right. It's cool. Just relax, and we'll keep you on the floor. And you know what? You just try to stay calm, and I'm gonna get a hold of somebody that can help you. Okay, buddy?
Yeah. No, it's all right. It normally goes away after a few moments. And that's exactly what happens. Like about 30 seconds later, it stops.
Oh. Okay. So is that normal for that to happen to you?
A little bit. It's getting worse. Don't tell Cal, though. He'd get really worried.
My lips are sealed.
Dad's been... I overhear Mom and Dad talking about it. They're a little worried.
About you?
But I'm alright.
Yeah, you'll be. I mean, your brother's doing great things, trying to help you out. Things will get better.
Yeah. No, yeah, absolutely. Hey.
But yeah, why don't you sit down on your bed or something, and I can get whatever you're...
it's just a shirt. I'm kind of tired. Tell Cal, when he gets home, I want to, if we can go outside and maybe just, like, hang out for a bit, that'd be cool.
Hey, yeah, sure, I'll tell him that. Let me help you back to your bed here.
Thank you.
So, yeah, Palmer does his best to help Daniel get back to his bed and, like, get his game system back in him.
He takes it, but he smiles. He's like, okay, hey. Hey,
what's up?
Oh, did you see Mom and Dad was home?
I didn't hear them when they came in.
Okay, well, I know Mom said something about a business meeting. I didn't know if that was today or later. I guess Dad must have had something too.
Yeah, probably. I mean, you're fine without your parents here. It's fine. I mean, you can reach us at a moment's notice, so...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I think my phone is downstairs in the living room. Could you go grab it for me?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll be right back. You just sit tight.
Yeah.
Okay, and Palmer walks out of the room and starts, like, jogging down the stairs. It's like, gotta get back to the hospital. Come on. He goes to the living room, tries to look for the phone.
Oh, you're fine. It's just, like, right on the desk there.
Okay, good. I was afraid I was gonna have to search for that. Okay, so yeah, he finds the phone, and,
when you grab it, it vibrates.
Yes. Oh, well, being the good, honorable chap that he is, he's going to look at this kid's text message.
The message is from an unknown number. And it simply says, your brother is in trouble.
Oh no! I've got to respond. Oh.
So that's the thing. It's as much as it's a text message. It doesn't come with a receipt number, and there's actually no way for you to bounce that back.
Well, I can't reply to it?
No.
This is a problem. I got like 8 brothers.
Yeah. No. It's Daniel's phone.
Oh, right. But maybe is that meant for Daniel? Or I gotta get clarification from this guy. This is a very, very terrible note. Okay, I'm gonna take this phone and I'm gonna go back to, oh wait, no, I got it. I'm gonna take the phone and put it into my, coat pocket. And, I'm gonna go back up to Daniel. So, hey,
actually, by the time you get up there, he's actually fallen asleep.
Ah, darn it. Okay. Well, I guess it makes it easier. I'm just gonna look in there, see that he's asleep. Go. Okay. And I'm gonna keep the phone in my pocket as I go out, the front door and make sure to lock up.
Okay, you do that.
Okay. Then, I'm gonna start porting all the way back to the hospital.
Okay. So the next few comic panels we see are Sync in what I assume is a much more panicked way, just like, flying as fast as he can through portals.
Yeah, like he comes out of one, he's like looking at the phone, like checking it to make sure. Comes out, another just kind of like, okay.
Right.
And he eventually gets to the hospital.
Well, okay, so we're gonna flip the page and we're back with Dr. Hatford, Cal, and Apollo. He's brought you into what is very much so a exquisite laboratory, pretty much. This is where this man does all of his research and whatnot, Cal. It would be enough to the point where even you would be impressed.
Calgasm.
Yeah, something like that. This would be your dream lab, if you could make one, kind of a thing. With an unlimited budget. So he pulls you. So he's been going over your notes and whatnot, and has pulled a blood sample from Brandon, and is going through it, and it's like, oh,
it's like a horror movie. They got OPT.
Actually, my Discord crashed.
Oh,
that was weird. Sorry about that.
No, it's fine.
That was weird.
That was perfect. And it, boom, gone.
To be continued.
Where did that leave off?
You're talking about he was taking a blood sample from Brandon?
Well, he had a blood, so he's got one, and it's on the slides and whatnot, and he's analyzing things. And so, what are you doing during? Because he's basically giving you free reign here.
He's gonna wait, actually, because everything he's done hasn't worked, so he's gonna default to someone who actually is smarter than him, but has more experience.
Okay. Good. So this, this panther is, intently just staring into microscopes. He's writing things down. He's, on this, he's got one of those chairs with the wheels on it, and he just swings over to his computer, types a bunch of stuff out, goes back to the microscope, and this is, an ongoing process. And he finally looks down and says, I think I got it.
That would be amazing.
Well, it's only because the dose that he was given was very, very minimal. I'm not sure this would work in any other circumstance, but it's going to take me some time, and I don't know how much time we have, because it's getting worse.
How can I help?
At this moment, son, you've done everything you could do to help me. But I don't want you to go too far, because we need to talk about the future of this stuff.
The future of this stuff is simple. I'm going to find whoever stole it. I'm going to destroy all their reserves. I'm going to get my notes back, and I'm going to save my brother.
Noble. But pretend for a moment that that's not possible. Not the not saving your brother part, but destroying the reserve.
If I start pretending that it's not possible, I'm going to lose my mind.
As I was saying, let's pretend for a moment that destroying the reserves is not something that can be done. What we can do is find ways to counteract it. That's what I need to concentrate on right now. By the way, Apollo, what are you doing during all this?
Oh, watching YouTube videos on Caelus.
Caelus? Okay.
Cal stole the Google Glass and made it cat's eye.
Why am I not surprised? Alright. So.
Actually, more like Google stole it from him.
Right.
That's right, all their good ideas.
Alright, so. This Panther grabs like a bunch of different chemicals and starts mixing them. There's a centrifuge involved.
Cal is remembering every single bit because he's a brain. He has eidetic memory.
Right.
He is just like he's forcing himself to make sure he remembers all of these chemicals, all of the doses, everything, so he can repeat this process when he gets home.
Right.
He may or may not be writing notes too.
That's fine. Yeah. So he's like, okay, I think I can counteract the paralysis of Brandon's arm. I don't know if it's going to help your brother at all, but
no, they've weaponized this. It's way too bastardized from that at this point.
He opens his mouth and says, "Why would you pick this?" And before he gets anything else out, both of you hear screaming coming from the main lobby of the hospital.
Immediately slap the watch, costume Iron Man's on, grabs Apollo, because Apollo probably is faster, but is watching Cal Glass, throws him up on the shoulder, pulls the glasses off, and just starts booking it. Lobby, people, screaming, go.
So, it's about this time that Sig shows up at the hospital as well.
Do I see anything as I'm, like, sorting over the...
So, basically, you guys kind of crash into the lobby at the same time. Like, Cal from, like, inside the hospital, and Sync, Cal and Apollo from inside the hospital, and Sync, you're coming, like, in through the doors. So, you both kind of hit the lobby at the same time.
Do I see anything, though, as I'm, like, arriving at the doors, like, if I'm above them? Do I see...
No, because this just, like, the moment you get in is when that starts.
Gotcha,
so you see the start of this, is what I'm saying.
Gotcha.
Cal and Palmer kind of get in just pretty close afterwards. But what do you see? A lot of people panic and running around, and what you see in the center of all of this panic is a giant, well, not giant, about a 6.5 foot tall lizard. He is standing there with a, he's definitely armed with at least one rifle. He's got, like, almost like the action hero loadout, he's got what looks like clear explosives, and just looks armed to literally the teeth with ballistics, if you will. And he currently is holding a just some person, could be a patient, could be somebody. He's holding a person by the throat. So this is the scene that you guys see when you come into this.
Well, Cal, first a bird, now a lizard. What is this, my dinner?
Well, I mean, more like a menagerie à trois.
Yeah. As the people are rushing out, by the way...
Apollo, Sync, and the lizard. Menagerie of 3.
I get it! As people are rushing out here, Sync's gonna try to, like, duck behind a corner as people are kind of, like, clearly in a panic.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of, like, sink back into the wall, and like come out the other side of the wall, like in full black, like with a black trench coat and everything, and kind of like walking into the hallway. To like see what's going on with Cal and Apollo arriving.
You're gonna make me interrupt my Hollow Notes YouTube, aren't you? I'm gonna have to deal with this guy, aren't I?
You are the muscle.
The house cat, basically.
Right. So, sir, don't know what you want, but whoever you've got there, they've done nothing wrong. Let them go. We can talk this out.
I would like to assess the situation as we see this guy
Okay, go right ahead.
holding the hospital. Marvelous. Okay, specifically, let's see, using criminal mind.
Okay, what's that mean?
You'll see.
I mean, okay.
Okay, so, marvelous.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so
There you go.
I do the assess situation, so what's the basic assess?
Okay, so assess those situations. We'll go over that. Shoot, where the heck did I just? Oh, there we go. When you assess the situation, roll plus superior, and a plus 10 as 2. Tech plus 1 while acting on the answers. What here can I use to blank? What here is the biggest threat? What here is in the greatest danger? Who here is most vulnerable to me? How could we best end this quickly? Your thing, criminal mind.
I also have.
Yeah.
How can I best? Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what here is useful or valuable to me? How could I best? Was it infuriate or provoke?
Infuriate or provoke? Yes.
And what is the best way in? What is the best way in / past way? Way past.
Way
okay.
past.
Okay.
Yes.
Way in. Way past. Okay, I got it.
So I'm definitely going to ask, how can we best end this quickly?
I mean, outside of incapacitating the lizard, who's clearly there for reasons, the way to end this quickly is to just, take that guy out. And he clearly is focused on anybody in front of him.
So, second question. How can I best infuriate or provoke this guy?
Well, as much as he looks really angry as it is, he's probably, let me see, he's, big, muscular, whatnot. He's probably a bit of a loose cannon. So anything you could do to make him feel less than better than you would probably work.
Gotcha.
If you were to maybe make him, I don't know, insecure or hopeless, would probably affect him the most.
Right. So who's he holding?
Oh, just some lady.
Lady. Okay. Cool. Needs a big lizard. Go for it.
Apollo's going to hop down, walk to the side of his vision, and jump on his back and claw at his eyes.
Ooh, all right. That would be rolling to directly engage a threat. Okay!
Boom!
All right. Resist or avoid their blows. Take something from them. Create an opportunity for your allies. And press the prize to fight the opposition.
I'm going to resist or avoid their blows, and I'm going to take something from them. I'm going to free the person he's holding.
Perfect. Okay. So,
Nice.
describe this then. So, you just tell me what this would look like.
So Apollo, like I said, walks to the side of him, kind of hops up on the railing, hops up on a little ledge, like a little crevice that's up on the molding.
Mm-hmm.
Hops down, claws straight into the lizard man's eyes.
Okay. So...
Which immediately his reaction is letting the person go.
Right. Yeah, no, that's... Yeah.
Now just had a cat land on your eyes.
Right, yeah. So you dig into him and whatnot, and he screeches loudly, just absolutely, cries out in both surprise and horror because there's a cat on him and whatnot. And as much as he can't get you off him all that easily because, along with doing that, you're this dodgy little heck. Whatever. So, by the time you finally let go, because he doesn't throw you off, you let go of your own volition, but he's he already has like blood in his eyes because you just ripped open right above him. So it like a wrestling, how they cut open the forehead.
They blade. He bladed.
Yeah, you bladed him.
Or because this wasn't the lizard didn't do it himself. This is what they call in the business hardway juice. Where you started to bleed the hard way.
Right. Exactly. So. Okay, so
Cal is going to respond to them.
Hold on. Because as he does this, he kind of blindly slams his basically both his arms just down on the reception desk and just smashes part of it just into the ground. Go ahead.
Cal's going to look, adjust a couple of knobs in one of the gauntlets. That wasn't very nice. You need to chill out. And he's going to hit a button and create this thing and just basically fire a capsule at this guy, and it's going to... And the capsule that he created is a combination of barium hydroxide and ammonium thiocyanate.
I have no idea what any of that is.
That makes a homemade cold pack that gets to about negative 30 Celsius.
Okay. So are you directly engaging then? Is that what that would be? Because that's what that sounds like to me.
I can do either. I can directly engage or I can unleash.
Oh, that's right. That's your powers. Go ahead and unleash your powers. And by the way, if we engage dangerous foes at the team,
I believe we have.
I think at this point we have.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go ahead and go over this. So who's the leader of the team right now?
I always assume Cal.
I mean...
Either me or the cat.
I was going to say, Apollo's the one who jumped in first, but you guys tell me.
But Cal gave him the direction, I thought.
Sure, I'll be team leader.
Okay. So do you have influence over everybody on the team?
I do.
Okay, it's +1. Does anybody... Oh, wait. Does anybody distrust the leader?
He feeds me, so no.
He's a cool guy for now. Gotta care about him and his brother. Don't know. I trust.
If there's no food in the kiddie bowl, then things could be bad.
Right.
So we're at 4 team right now. Yay.
Right. Does everybody have the same purpose in the fight?
Gotta take this guy down.
Stop the rampaging lizard and ensure everyone's safe.
Yep.
Alright, so I'm going to say you all purpose in the fight. And I'm not going to say you guys are ill-prepared off balance, because you pretty much ran in for this, so you got 5 team.
As I said, you need to chill. Poof!
Alright, unleash your powers. Okay, so what's this do?
Well, he's a lizard. Lizards are cold-blooded. When they get cold, they go to sleep. This pack makes negative 30 degrees. I'll let you figure the rest.
Jeez. Trying to hibernate.
Right.
Caught
Okay.
up in the blast because Apollo's still on him.
Nope. It's a 10. I can control it. It lands at his feet.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Weren't you escaping with the lady, by the way, Apollo? Like, the receptionist?
No, he just let him get free.
Oh, okay. She ran away. Gotcha.
And yes, I totally Googled how to make a homemade cold pack for this.
Okay. So, your cold pack just surrounds this guy, this lizard, in, in frozen everything. Like, it gets really flipping cold really fast. His adrenaline is pumping enough that he doesn't quite fall asleep, per se, but he doesn't really look like he's all much into what he was there to do in the first place anymore. And so much as, let me see, what he does next.
I love the look on. What are you? Oh crap! I will say it is fun to be on this end.
Absolutely.
So, Tammy, would you like a turn, or would you like us to just finish him?
I mean, if you're doing the work for me.
So Lizard kind of jumps behind the what's left of the Welcome Center desk. And he still, like, basically that blood on his forehead's not kind of, like, frozen there. Like, it's solidified and whatnot. He pulls out, from his back, basically what looks like a grenade launcher. And he stands up and is like, if you don't stop that, I'm gonna let this off right now! And before he can do anything about it, someone go.
Sink's gonna do something.
Okay.
He's actually gonna try to... Yeah, this is what he would... Basically, what he's gonna see is this guy's going to see Sink teleporting above him and, like, standing on the ceiling looking down at the guy. And he's basically going to say, says, "Well, what? You gonna try and blow us to smithereens? You couldn't hit a 1-foot-tall cat." And he's going to try to provoke this guy to shoot him.
Okay.
Like saying, like, "Come on, give me your best shot."
Okay.
So,
roll the provoke.
Yes, indeedy. Let's see. Yeah, it's meant to mislead. I'm just trying to think. Sure, let's do it this way. Standard provoking. So, hurrah, I don't have influence over this guy. Oh, wait.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. I get a +1 because I'm acting on the fact that I'm making him feel emasculated.
Yes, that's not influence. That's just a +1.
Just +1 bonus.
Mechanically, it's the same thing.
I know. Well, if he had influence, it'd be +. Okay, so on a +10. Oh, wait, no. On a +10, they rise to the bait and do what you want. So, what did you want him to do again?
I want him to shoot the ceiling so it would drop down the building on him and hit the illusion that I created above his head to make it look like I was taunting.
So you want him to shoot a grenade launcher at the roof of the building?
That would bring it down on him.
I don't like this plan.
Okay!
I don't either.
So that's exactly what happens!
I would like to defend the building.
Okay! Roll to defend!
While he's defending the building, Apollo is exiting stage left.
Because it's not like there was possibly hospital rooms above you!
Well, technically, I have to have a technical question here.
Sure.
I don't know that's an illusion on the ceiling. I think I'm defending Sink.
Fair enough.
Okay, that's fine.
Will my influence apply is what I'm asking.
You know what? Because you feel like you're doing it, yes.
Yeah, because I don't know that's an illusion.
Right.
I thought it was a good idea at the time.
And I will explain what happens after the roll.
You're fine.
Okay.
I rolled Snake Eyes. I have a fucking +4.
Can I burn a team considering that I can tell him, wait! It's like, hold on! Like, do like the whole, like, no, not Cal!
You can, but I need some way you're gonna help him do that rather than distract him from it.
Apollo, I have an idea if you're willing to help me.
Oh, right.
I'm willing to help because I have no clue what you were doing.
Yeah, I guess it'd be better if Apollo helped him than me with
Right.
that.
So, if you basically, because a lot of what again, all Cal does is chemical stuff. So basically, he's going to crank the knob again and fire to basically try and it's a grenade. I need to encapsulate this. Since he was already on the ice mold thing, he's basically going to do the same thing, but instead of creating the solid ice pack, he's basically going to create a citric acid and baking soda cocoon for this thing.
Okay.
And my idea for how Apollo's going to help is it lands and Apollo just like, nope, and kicks it out the door.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
I will clear a condition for doing that, and I will go ahead and expose myself to danger. Because I'm pretty sure I know where Apollo's kicking.
Okay, yeah, so... Okay, so...
It went out the front door, by the way.
Well, mostly.
We are fighting the lobby.
Yeah, mostly, yes. So you kicked the grenade, is that what I'm getting?
The grenade that has been encased in a citric acid and sodium bicarbonate foam.
Okay, right. Of course. Okay, so,
Because Apollo's not going to sit there with a grenade and a nice bomb. Waiting
Right.
for that to explode next to it. Yeah,
Probably
not
wise.
having that.
Right. Okay, so Apollo kicks that off to out the door and whatnot, and in a amazingly awesome looking kitty drop kick. As Sink is sitting there like horrified, like, wait, no, that's not me. Meantime, the lizard, after shooting that up there, has finally gotten at least some vision back, enough for him to basically pull out, and this time it just looks like a giant beanbag launcher, and he's going to shoot, like, just turn and shoot it in the direction of Cal. So, Cal, at this point, I do need you to take a powerful blow.
Can I roll to defend him at all? Then
Sure, go right ahead.
Good, because I have a brilliant idea for how to do this.
Okay.
Because I can make portals. I'm going to redirect that shot at Cal to redirect behind to hit the lizard. Like, portal. Anyway, so did I roll to defend with Savior?
Yep. Do you have influence over me?
I do.
Then add +1.
Thank goodness, because I'm going to need...
Not that it mattered, because I had a +4.
Yeah. How do you miss with a +4?
I snake eyes.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. It's a 6.
Yeah.
So you could spend team selfishly.
I was going to say...
because I expose myself to danger, I don't think it's right if I help.
He can't help, and to be fair, Apollo is in the middle of drop-kicking the grenade out the door, so there's no one to really help him. Okay. So you can either spend team
selfishly.
I'll spend it selfishly.
Okay, so
what does that mean, though, for what I do?
So in order to spend team selfishly, you have to do something that, ignores or insults your team?
Exactly. Kind of like I did with ripping Apollo and just chucking him at you last time.
Right. Okay, well, Sig's clearly gonna call Cal out. Oh, geez, what's his superhero name? I don't even write that down. It was...
Amalgam. Yeah.
All right. Say, okay. He's like, Al, you idiot! I was gonna do this! So he calls you a moron as he's like, says, I'm gonna do this, and and use the portal to redirect the thing he was shooting at, so it will shoot the lizard in the back instead.
I also think that might be a label shift, too.
I was thinking that as well. Oh, no, you mean his or yours?
Him shifting mine.
Yeah. You're calling him an idiot, so yeah, you're not as smart as you think you are.
Right, so...
So that would be superior down, danger up, I'm guessing?
Yeah, there's that. And then, first, Palm, or Sake, you have to shift the label for this roll up and then something else down. That's how you spend team selfishly.
Gotcha. Definitely going to shift superior up, because I know what I'm doing.
You roll Savior. You have to roll Savior.
Has to shift Savior.
Oh, right. Okay, so I shift up Savior?
Yeah. The idea is that you shift this label up so it adds the +1 to the thing.
Gotcha. Okay, and then I shift the other label down.
You should whatever one you want, but yeah.
Probably going to be mundane.
Okay. All right, and now, as we were just saying, that is an attempted label shift on Cal. So, that would be, what did we say that was?
It feels like superior down, danger up.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
I'm 100% rejecting that.
Okay.
Because I know I'm the smartest man in the room.
Not that minute you weren't.
If you have influence on it, that's a +1 too.
I needed the +1.
There you go. All right, so what do you do?
I'm going to shift my own labels.
Okay.
I'm shifting my superior back up and my danger down.
There you go. Okay. All right. So in the midst of all of this, so you portal the beanbag thing through a portal and hits him in the back.
Correct.
This beanbag, when it hits him, kind of explodes. Not like not like a explosion, like powder explosion.
Right.
It
like
bursts into just like a big thing of like smoke, dust, and and he starts coughing profusely, to the point that he is like, he's clearly unable to really defend himself anymore. So what do you do?
I laugh at him.
He has a tail.
Oh yeah, he's a lizard.
I also have to go over immediately. Actually, I get mad at Al. And I'll start like I'll be staring daggers at him.
Apollo's going to do the dumb thing. He's going to grab his tail and do the Bowser spin throw.
Okay, fine. Roll the careful engage with threat. I don't even care how this works, I'll be honest. Okay, what do you do? Pick one.
So, what are my options?
You directly engage the threat, like the normal, you know.
Oh yeah, we're creating an opportunity. So Apollo's going to get in.
What opportunity? Okay,
I got this. Hold on, I got you.
Hold on. So Apollo is going to grab him by the tail, claws in,
Ouch.
spin around, and launch him into the corner of the building. You know, kind of the corner of the interior wall.
Okay.
Head first at that.
Okay. So you do this. So it's his head slams into the wall. He is unconscious. Like he gets there. He doesn't move any further any longer. As he slams into the wall, however, what happens is, you know, the lighting fixtures just start to fall off the wall, you know, because you just threw something really large into it, whatnot. Well, one of them, you know, falls off the wall and smacks you right inside the head. Because he didn't resist his blows. Take a powerful blow.
Poor Apollo.
I've got this.
Go ahead.
So it's one of those cone-shaped light fixtures.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
It falls down, smashes Apollo, and he smashes through, you know, rear first. He pops out. He's got a cone of shame now.
Nice.
This is so good.
So, anyway.
And we're
Cal immediately is snapping a bunch of pictures of this.
We're gonna mark insecure for that one.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
And,
I think this is worth taking of.
So the scene right now is that we have that going on. This lizard is unconscious on the corner of the hospital, at this point, security guards finally show up, and they're all standing there with guns. Like, what happened?
He took somebody hostage. He said he was here for a reason, and I'm about to go find out the reason. So I'm going to make a very nice suggestion. If I were you, everyone's fine here, but I would go outside and make sure everyone outside is okay, because you do not want to be around for what's about to happen. Plausible deniability and the like.
Okay. They look at you funny. Then they look at Apollo. And then they just shake their head. And then they just walk off. It's fine.
So what Cal is going to do is, this lizard is unconscious, and he's going to go and he's going to get a chemical reaction set in his right gauntlet. He's going to pull out just what appears to be an empty syringe, and he's going to make sure that it pricks through the skin of this lizard, and puts the skin. The chemical reaction he's got in his gauntlet is spray foam. So he's basically pinning this guy to the wall with expanding foam.
Okay.
And and basically all that's going to be available is neck.
Okay, gotcha.
And then he's waking him up. And when he wakes up, he's going to be right here.
So his, yellow lizard eyes just open up and look at you, and he stares at you, and...
All right. I'm going to say this once, and you're only going to have one chance to respond to me. That pricking sensation you feel in your arm right now, that's a lovely little homemade toxin I've injected into you. It's probably going to react here in about 2 minutes. So you tell me the information I want to know, and I'll give you the antidote. Otherwise, I'm going to walk away, and you're going to see what happens.
It won't be pretty.
So quite simply, 2 questions. 1, what are you here for? 2, who sent you?
And talk before your tongue falls out, because, it's going to be harder.
Oh no, I modified it from that version. This is something different.
Someone get this cone of shame off my head?
Just Hold it. You deserve it.
So the lizard just kind of grins at you. We've already got what we came for.
You have 1:30 seconds. I suggest you start talking, and now I would like to provoke him.
Go ahead. Okay, what were you trying to provoke him to do, actually?
Answer my questions.
Okay.
I figure between the threat of the poison and that, I think he falls to the bait.
The problem is he is actually perfectly okay to die here. And you get that one very quickly. But what were both your questions again?
What did you come here for? And who sent you?
And it says they do what you want.
Right. But as I said, the thing of it is, this guy wants to die, but is okay.
But that's
with
not
that.
what I want.
Right? Yeah. The thing
No,
is,
I never said he was going to die. I said we wait and see what happens.
oh no, I know, but that's what he took that as. 'Cause, that's what the clear implication was going to be. But he grins at you. He's like, "We got him, and my glorious leader sent me here."
God, who?
Sink?
What?
Cal was smart enough to pick up the room number from the paperwork when he first got here. Run to this room. Go now.
Alrighty. Teleporting up through the floors to get to this.
Brandon's room number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you get up to there and you see Brandon laying in his bed. Like there's a kind of a panicked voices going on because they heard what was going on below, but with the security people all saying it's been taken care of and whatnot, you see Brandon there and his grandmother. You remember from the incident. He's laying in in the bed. He's sleeping, hooked up to machines.
And everything appears to be okay in there?
Yep.
Okay, Sink's going to immediately slink back down to where Caelus. He's going to say, Brandon's fine. Was there anybody else here that would be important?
Yeah. You get to sit tight. Let's get this. Apollo, come on, I'll get the cone off on the way. And he's heading back to the lab.
Okay. Are you all going to the lab?
Now we are, yeah.
Okay.
No way this guy can get away while we're not.
Yes. When you get back to the lab, the lab is, a bit more messy than you remember seeing it. Dr. Hatford is nowhere to be found. And whatever computer he had been using is also no longer there.
I'm not worried about the computer. I am worried about the binder.
Oh, that's gone too.
Not the papers, the specific binder.
Oh, the binder.
Just the binder, not the papers that were in the binder. The binder.
Oh yeah, the binder is tossed to the side because nobody thought it was anything useful.
Beautiful, because guess what? It was something. Because Cal is always prepared.
Oh, absolutely, he is.
Okay.
And that binder was more than just a binder full of information. It also had a camera in it.
Very nice.
Ooh, sneaky.
So, this is why I love always prepared. It allows me to do this.
Absolutely.
So, Cal is going to unleash his powers to hopefully get the video off of this camera binder gadget of his.
Right?
I am going to mark a condition to make this not unstable or temporary.
That's good, because otherwise the video would have been terrible.
So I don't think there's any way either one of you can help me with this because you didn't even know it was there.
No
idea.
So you pull...
I'm marking guilty, by the way.
Gotcha. So I don't know, what you, pull out your phone and connect to the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, something, whatever. So you pull up the video footage on the phone.
Hold on. Basically, here's my thought. So he goes, picks up the binder, cuts open the side of it.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Peels it open, hits a button, projector, hologram style.
Nice. Alright, so the binder may not have had the best of spots, whatnot, to see this, but you get a full picture of Dr. Hadford after you had run off. Because I'm assuming that's the part you skip to, because there's no sense in doing everything before that.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
I mean, there's just Apollo videos.
Right, yeah, other than that, right. So, you see Dr. Hatford, and he's, like, like, furiously going through things. He takes a chemical, puts it into, like, a syringe, caps it up and whatnot, and a nurse comes in, hands it to the nurse walks off. About a couple minutes later, Dr. Hatford is still, like, doing, like, going through, like, your stuff. Because, he's fascinated by all this. You see a dart go into neck, and he just drops to the floor, like, ground. Like, it's a trank dart, clearly. And you get the glimpse of some human male, big mustache, kind of one of those beret hats. Yeah. He walks...
Whiplash.
Striped shirt?
Polka dot. No. So, you see him walk in. He's kind of got, like, a military uniform. He's got, like... He's got civilian clothes on. Like, he was there just like anybody else. You see him and just two other mooks pick up the doctor and walk out with him, and the computer and a number of the papers that they could grab.
Do I get a good look at his face?
I was going to say, you get a good look at his face, absolutely. You have no idea who he is, but...
Freeze frame.
Yep.
Make sure I have a bunch of pictures of that, but takes the binder. Oh, just for the record, I have toys everywhere.
So oh dear. Cool. I'll make sure to remember that the next time I'm hanging out.
Oh, don't worry. The only camera on in my lab is that one's.
Hey!
So I guess this is probably what your brother's phone meant when it said you were in trouble.
Hold on. What?
Oh, right. Sync reaches and pulls out his Daniel's phone. This was Daniel's, and it went off while I was down there. It just said your brother's in trouble. Figured you might want to take a look at it. And he tosses him.
No, can't backtrace that.
I was hoping you'd be able to. But somebody knew something was going to go down.
There's no number. You can't backtrace something without a return address.
Cal, you know enough, through technology and everything like that. You're smart enough to realize that this message was sent in such a very careful way that this couldn't have been done by just any normal person.
Oh yeah, I can extrapolate. Yeah,
yeah.
It's so whoever this was went through a lot of channels to get this information to someone who would take it seriously and inform me, but also in such a manner as to not be detected, which is interesting because that means they didn't get the information to me.
You think they're a friend of ours?
I don't know. This message is so vague. I don't know whether it means I'm in trouble as in shit's about to go down, or I'm in trouble because I've done something wrong.
Right. Because it was clearly meant for Daniel.
Yeah. So, Apollo, come here.
Yes.
Goes over. It's a lab. Scissors. Snip, 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 snip. Gets the light cone of shame off you.
You feel better now?
Scritchy reaches into his pocket, pulls out a cat beef stick treat, and hands it to you.
Oh, just goes to town on that.
Nice.
Oh, jeez. Do you have any more of those? Like, maybe not ones exactly for cats, but man, I skipped breakfast. All I had was a cat.
Why did you skip breakfast?
Dad was being a jerk, and I left.
Oh, hold on. How is your dad being a jerk?
He was mad about my grades. Fine. I might have gotten a little teed off, and I maybe said something I shouldn't have. And now I'm just not going home for the day. That's all.
Well, good. We can fix those grades. Don't you worry about that.
I can hack into the school system.
You're not hacking into the school system. Trust me, if I wanted to help him cheat, it would be very easy. I would put a one-way camera in the glasses. I would give him an earwig that no one could trace, and I would give him the answers. But we're not going to do that. We're going to study the proper way.
Oh, but I wanted the fun way.
No, it was fun to see him with the chemical reaction.
There'll be explosions.
Yeah.
I don't like this as much.
Okay.
That doesn't matter.
Apollo, you can stream it.
The money.
Oh, by the way, about that, who set you up with a PayPal?
I mean, it wasn't that hard.
You knew this?
He has a hard time typing. Do you still gonna help me with my studies?
Oh, I will help you with your studies. Because it'll make it so I don't feel as bad about recording the doctor without his knowledge after specifically asking him to not repeat anything I told him. That's also me using the one hold I got from the drama move last time to clear condition while Sync is present.
Nice.
Ooh.
I use the money at least for, like, stuff for me. You notice the packages that show up?
Yes, that does explain why we have 7, 8, as he gets their delivery, 8 Roombas, whatever they are.
I love them!
There's one for every dwarf! Plus Snow White! It works out great!
Yes, but we have the one for the dwarf we care about the most. He points at Apollo. Dopey. Oh, by the way, Apollo, I just want to point out something. That you're going to help me with Sync and the studying, or else, holds up his phone, you go viral.
Oh, the code of shame.
Mm-hmm.
But it would do wonders for my Twitch channel, too.
Oh, you assume I don't have the video of it.
Hey, any publicity's not bad. Fine.
They got the... How do they keep knowing where I'm gonna be? Actually, it's not that hard, considering I'm in one-track mind recently.
Yeah. You honestly haven't kind of focused on this. Anybody who knows anything about what's been going on with this whole chemical would probably know exactly what you would do about it.
Well, here's what we do, is we're going to go back, we're going to do some studying, we're also going to create an algorithm to run facial rec on this son of a...
What about the kid?
Based on what I saw in that video, the nurse brought the serum upstairs. I'm going to find that nurse and double check. Also, watch. I should probably do it like this.
Oh yeah, might be best.
Takes the binder, puts it in backpack, because camera binder.
Exactly.
By the way, before you get too far there, Cal, you know what, I'll tell you.
No, what's up?
I'm not very good at keeping secrets, blabbermouth me. But, Daniel seemed like he was having a little bit of a struggle. He kind of fell down and had a bit of a seizure. He was okay.
They're getting worse.
Yeah.
More frequent. Damn it.
I don't want to worry you, but I also figured if anybody should know about how things are going, it's you.
And let me guess, he told you not to tell me?
Yep.
Typical. Knows what I'll do, doesn't want me to worry. He's right.
But hey, you got this. You're a genius, right? You probably already got this thing halfway cured.
I did, and then it got stolen.
Right.
Again?
Gosh, I almost want to tell you to take a powerful blow after he said that.
No. But you're not wrong. No, you're not wrong.
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
Do it.
Because that was a clear misread of the situation.
Hey, there you go.
Oh, you mean he takes a powerful blow? I thought it was supposed to...
because you just said that to him.
No. It makes sense for me to take it there.
Yeah,
because he's bringing.
Right.
Yeah. That makes all sense. Just like, yeah, I did have it halfway cleared, and then it got stolen. And Apollo, if you open your mouth again, I am going to ensure that it's only the dollar store food for you for the next week.
Oh.
Okay.
Or even worse, the vegetarian flavor.
Oh, that's... Don't make me call PETA on you.
No, I was going to call the ASPCA on you. That's...
PETA's crazier.
Yes.
That's inhumane.
But
yeah, Fox calling PETA. Just
That's why I don't call him PETA.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. No. But Cal pulls out a card, hands it to Sink. PETA. People eating tasty animals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not a fan.
I'm glad I'm not tasty.
It's all because we haven't covered you in orange sauce yet.
I'm going back to the car. I don't like this.
Go ahead. You can stream IRL on the drive home.
Oh, sweet.
I'm gonna go find the nurse.
I'll wait in the car with Apollo.
Okay.
Make sure he doesn't get in any trouble. Oh, wait, by the way, we need the keys to get into the car.
Boop, boop.
Thanks.
What about the radio?
If you would like, though, you'll see a new red button with a stylized K on it. If you'd like to hit the button, you can do that.
Ooh. I look forward to doing that. I will.
All right. So out of the completely messed up doctor's lab, going back out into the completely messed up hospital lobby, Sink and Apollo, you'll see Apollo will see the receptionist. Sink didn't really know didn't see her before, but Apollo will see the same receptionist that was at the front desk, and she sees the two of you come out, and she's like, "Oh, well, that was the cat from earlier, but who are you?"
What, you mean me?
Yes.
Oh, oh, crap, I'm full costume. I'm the cat's best friend.
Okay.
I'm one of the guys who also, just saved your building. So, you're welcome.
Sure.
You okay?
Yeah, everything's fine. Why did you come from that way, though? Is everything okay?
Where I just came from? Oh, yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. We got it all taken care of. There's just, one of the rooms there is a little messy. But you have more than enough things to worry about here.
Yes, of course. Right. Yes.
What was your name again?
Oh, Eileen.
Eileen, that's a nice name. Eileen. In fact, this is such a big hospital. Maybe you can direct my buddy and Apollo me here down to the entrance, so you can help us find our way out of here. That way, it'd just be really kind of you.
So she looks towards the entrance and just kind of points. You mean that way?
Yeah, that way. That's right.
Okay.
Great. Fantastic.
Good.
I gotta go that way now.
Yes. What was your name again?
They call me Sink.
Okay. Thank you, Sink.
Yep. Did you see the cool stuff that we did? Taking out that big lizard guy?
I saw some of it. I was kind of running away after the screaming started, but yeah, it was really
Awesome.
sure how you guys stopped him. Have you seen Dr. Hartford anywhere?
Oh, look at Apollo. I don't know who Dr. Hartford is.
Let's just leave.
Okay. You know what? I have not. But I got a feeling I gotta get going here. So, hopefully you find him.
Okay.
So yeah, have a nice day, Eileen.
Yes, bye.
Bye. And I start walking rapidly out the door.
Alright, so you guys just walk out the door then,
Oh, yeah.
over the debris, and, you get outside and see all the security, and now the police are here, and taking people's statements and whatnot, and, you start look like you're getting approached by people. I'm sure you just kind of duck away.
Oh yeah, we just slip around.
Okay. Cal! I'm gonna flip over back to you. So, what are you doing?
Caelus going to find the nurse from the video.
So you'll find her in Brandon's room, because she decided to stay up there after all the screaming started.
Cal is not going to go into the room.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to wait for her to come out.
Well, it's a little bit, but she does finally just kind of walk out, and she's kind of looking around a little nervous, like, okay, is everything done?
Everything's done. You're fine.
Oh, thanks. Who are you?
Who I am is not necessarily of importance right now, but I have a very important question for you. Right before everything started, the doctor gave you a syringe.
How did you know that?
Was it the syringe to give to the kid?
Oh, yes. How did you know that?
Thank God. Is there movement in his arm?
Oh, yeah. Yes, it's working now.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, it's moving. It's amazing because he was given the antiparalytic yesterday, and then it stopped working.
I know.
Well, then we tried to give him another one, but it didn't work anymore.
Yeah, the strain seems to be either resistant or metamorphing. Anyway, thank you. But I do have some news you're going to be less than happy with.
Oh, what's that?
The people responsible for his condition he puts the kid in there have kidnapped the doctor.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm going to go down and talk to the police and let them know what I know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, did you see, have you seen, Leslie anywhere?
Who?
Oh, the receptionist, Leslie.
As far as I know, everything, she was downstairs. Why?
Oh, well, she didn't come in today. We had to get a replacement, but, she said she wasn't going to come in today, but, she's been a little sick and whatnot, but she said she was going to be here this morning.
Describe her.
Oh, she describes somebody who's completely not the person that you saw earlier. But that's where the receptionist's supposed to be, but she's been out for a bit.
No, nurse? Yeah, no, that's not her. Excuse me. And he just sprints to the reception area.
Lighting out in oblivious.
The, reception... Okay, so you're there. The receptionist is gone.
He's going to look through the remains of the desk.
Mm-hmm.
At this point. What was she working on and what was she looking at? I'd like to assess the situation if at all possible.
Go right ahead. They're not there.
I'm going to spend team selfishly.
Okay, tell me how.
So, I am looking through this. By the way, Superior is one of my high stats, and I can't roll for the damn.
What did you roll? 2s. Ouch.
Yeah, I rolled Snake Eyes, I rolled Deuces.
Okay, so how are you spending team selfishly here?
Well, I will explain how I'm spending the team selfishly in just a minute, but it involves Sync hitting the button with the K on it.
Alright, so Sync, you get in the car, you hit the button with the K on it. What happens?
So, in his rush to get it programmed...
This is going to be awesome, Apollo.
In his rush to get it programmed, Cal didn't necessarily think on the fact that he only gave it one mode instead of two. So this button is in the front seat, and out of the trunk pops up what appears to be a mini turret. And it starts wantonly firing Kit Kats at everybody. It's the Kit Kat cannon.
Giant K. So when you say everybody, do you mean like all of them or us in the car?
I mostly mean you and Apollo.
Okay.
And you know how you see like a Tommy gun with like the chain of bullets? It's got a chain of Kit Kats. The machine sends them in the 4-packs, unwraps them, and shoots them one stick at a time.
So after the first 3 or 4 hit Apollo, he just opens his mouth and just starts swallowing the ball.
So I actually have no idea how that's going to help you here, but screw it, I don't care, it works, fine, whatever.
Because I'm insulting my teammates by just pelting them with chocolate goodness.
Sort of, whatever, I don't care, it's hilarious, it works, fine, whatever. Ask your question.
Superior up and freak down.
Okay.
What here can I use to figure out who she was?
Oh, well, easier question would be who she isn't, but, oh!
Well, that's not a question I can ask.
No, but, you, look in the little garbage, thing there, and you see a wrapped up tissue with some gum inside of it.
DNA, baby.
Yep. Also, what you see, since you're assessing the situation around here, the computer's still on. And since you're, go clickety-clackety around and whatnot, you pull up the staff directory. You see Leslie. Looks nothing like the receptionist. And there's another receptionist. Her name's Eileen. Also looks nothing like the receptionist you saw earlier.
Oh, boy. Drive, copy. I think it's safe to say he's got a USB drive on him.
Yeah, I feel like you could just download half that crap to your phone anyways.
Oh, yeah, but no, he's not doing it on his phone.
Yeah.
So at this point, he is going to walk out and look around for the OIC.
The what?
The police department?
Officer in charge.
Oh, okay. There's a bit of confusion, but you definitely at some point get, a lieutenant. Somebody give me a name.
O'Malley.
O'Malley! Lieutenant O'Malley walks over. Yes, sir, how can I help you?
I figured you'd want the information I have about what I know about what went down.
Okay. What would you know?
Produces a USB drive, hands it to him.
Okay, what's this?
That is information on the 2 receptionists who are not here today. There's a fake one who was there, who apparently is working for the people who caused all of this. And there's also footage from inside the laboratory that I was able to achieve due to Anyway, you don't need to know that. That shows you a clear picture of who the person is who kidnapped the doctor, as well as his goons.
So he looks at you like, kind of dumbfounded, like, how old are you?
Old enough to know you better work quickly.
Okay. So he just, like, takes the thing and runs off and goes into his police cruiser and starts, like, puts the stick in and just starts, like, compiling data.
I'm going to let one of you two describe the candy mountain that is the car.
Trust me, I already was thinking about it.
That's where Cal's heading next.
As you come back to the car, Apollo, I'm assuming that you're kind of like stuffing yourself in the Kit Kats. But Sink is like laying in kind of the mountain of Kit Kats, hanging partially out the door. Like, several of them are lodged kind of into his mouth, as he's just kind of like looking out there, kind of wistfully, kind of a little bit depressed. And as you come up, he says, so, I'm guessing you were still kind of mad about the Kit Kats, yeah?
Oh, shit. And as he goes to turn it off, he turns it off as it gets to the end of the chain of Kit Kats, so it was shutting off anyway. Actually, it was just that I'm so sorry.
No, I think this is something divine. Somehow, I know I deserve this.
Apollo, if you get chocolate paw prints on the car...
He's got to do it, so I wonder what's going to happen.
Yeah. So, turns out, do either one of you two know where the receptionist went?
Who, Eileen?
She was being nosy.
No, she's not Eileen. Please tell me you didn't tell her anything.
Well, she said I looked awesome. We were fighting
She was asking about the doctor.
Yeah. Did you tell her anything?
No.
Good, because I'm pretty sure she was working for whoever pulled this crap.
Wait, you mean she wasn't even the real nurse?
No, she wasn't.
They were all set up. Crud! I thought we did a good job.
We didn't. Well, we did, but this was all a setup. Pushes a button. The car does a little thing where it just sweeps all the Kit Kats into a place so he can just get in the seat. Let's go.
So, not to be ungrateful for all the free candy you just gave us, but do you think lunch might be a thing we could do at some point?
Let's go see if my brother wants to go first.
That's good. You should take him out more. And us. But him too.
Okay.
You still have studying to do.
How fast do you fly off?
We just put the car in drive normally. Why?
Well, how fast do you accelerate rapidly or like anything like that?
Not really. Why?
Okay.
Do you want me to?
Not saying I do, not saying I don't.
Are you gonna do the Garfield splat again?
I mean, Cal is definitely a little angry, so there's probably a couple of red lights where he definitely punches it a little more than he probably should.
So on one of those, Apollo's goes sliding forward, leaving chocolate paw print skid marks from his paw all the way across the sea.
So Sink looks down as he sees that, looks up at Cal.
Don't give me that look.
Gotta do something. I just want to see what.
Okay. So,
pull into the drive.
Let's see. Make.
I'm assuming Kit Kats have just been flying everywhere.
Oh, rappers have. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Kit Kat cab.
Yeah. It's a vulnerable feast of Kit Kats in the city right now. No one knows where they're coming from or why or anything like that, but, it's fine. So you make it home. You do anything when you get there, or just
Go in, unlock the door, check on Daniel.
Daniel's in his bed. He's looks like he's just waking up from taking a nice long nap. He sees you and he smiles. Oh, hey, Cal.
Hey, bro, what's up?
The sync was over early.
Yeah.
Seems like he's doing good.
He needs to learn to focus on studying more, but aside from that, he's doing good.
Good.
And for the record, Cal 100% would have told him you were sync, so this is not...
Okay.
he also told you don't let him know that you know he's sync.
Right. Yeah. Cool. What you been up to today?
Well, I was doing some work, went to do something at the hospital. The hospital got attacked while we were there, but everything's good.
What?
Oh, yeah. News.
Okay. The news is just like, all this, terrorist attack at the hospital. So, he looks horrified. It's like, are you okay?
I mean, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. Although, you want to see something funny?
What's that?
He shows the picture of Apollo in the coat of shame.
Daniel just starts laughing like, oh, that cat's so cute. You gotta tell me where you found him someday. You never told me. He just showed up one day.
Yeah, he was just straight on the street. I couldn't let him... It was raining.
God, I see.
Apollo's plotting his revenge, don't worry.
So, Harvard and Apollo, because we have the vests, we're going to go out and grab something to eat. You want to come with us?
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. He gets out of bed slowly, but he gets out of bed. Grabs his, jeans and gets his shoes on and whatnot. Gets all dressed up. By the way, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah?
Go. No, go. You go.
Any specific place you wanted to go?
Oh, Captain Jack's. Yeah, which is like the Caelus equivalent of Long John Silver's.
Fish!
I'm sure Apollo will love it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, from that scene, Apollo, you're outside, I think, aren't you? Apollo, when you get back home, you have a nice little friend who walks right up next to you. It's Athena.
Covered in chocolate.
I know.
Leave me alone.
She looks at you. Why are you covered in that?
My owner is a nitwit. He put a chocolate gun in the car.
You live a very weird life. But you do kind of look cute with that. She walks over and licks your neck. That tastes good too. Hey, I was just thinking, you doing anything tonight?
Sleeping.
My owner's out for the night, so I was wondering if you wanted to spend some time together.
Save me. Come on. I have to go. They're going to get fish, and I want fish. I'm going with them. Bye.
She gives you a little wink, just a little tail flick, and just kind of walks off. I'll be around if you want to.
Yeah, let me pencil myself in for that. So Apollo walks back into the lab, and as much as he hates water, he dives in the bathtub to get the chocolate off of his fur. He hates the chocolate in his fur more.
You need to watch that conversation out of yourself.
Right? It's like the first cat who ever voluntarily jumps into a pile of water.
Yeah, Cal's just like, what?
Are we gonna have kitties soon?
Okay, that's it. You're on the list too.
So...
The baby shower.
Welcome to the kit list.
So, we get the next few comic panels, you guys going out to lunch. Unless you guys want something to happen, I'd like to kind of go forward a bit more, because I have something else I'd like to finish this with. And that is...
I will say that, I do have a question. Does Apollo eat any of the hush puppies?
Of course. Apollo eats it all. Like, licks the little crumbs out of the bowl.
Because Cal definitely makes a joke with the cat eating the hush puppies. And I'm assuming that there's dessert involved because Daniel's.
Oh, yeah. Daniel's having a great time. And he looks good. You know, he looks like he's got a little more energy. It looks like he's doing much better than what Sink saw him earlier. You know, that we see him, like, you know, just acting like a normal kid.
One additional.
Yeah, go ahead. Please.
Since we were kind of like out having lunch and kind of, I don't know, enjoying ourselves a bit. Palmer's actually going to ask, he's asked Cal where they're out. Like, so, earlier today, you know, when we took down that guy, you thought I did pretty cool, right? Like, I handled myself.
Look. There comes a time during a conflict where you have to be on the same page as the people you're working with. I can't know you're on the same page unless you let me know this. So instead of making it look like you're on the ceiling and you're getting a grenade launched at you, give me some way, shape, or form to know what you're doing so I can help you. Otherwise, things could get a lot worse. And I'm actually, before your drama move, triggering my move, Logical Angle. When you comfort or support somebody by pointing out their errors and telling them how they can do better, roll superior instead of mundane.
That's a comfort and support.
It is for the brain.
You're really flubbed up.
When you comfort and support somebody by rashly pointing out their mistakes so they can do better next time.
Makes sense.
There you go.
On a hit, if you open up to me, you get to mark potential, clear a condition, or shift your labels.
Actually, you are helping. Yeah, so, yeah, Sync probably will. He actually probably, shrug and, like, pull up his collar a little bit. He'd say, alright, fine, Right. Made a bad call. Wasn't a lot of time for it. But, yeah. I sometimes make calls without thinking.
That being said, the teleporting the beanbag back into him, that was awesome.
Yeah, wasn't it?
I believe that's a yes to the answer to your question.
It is. I don't know what happens if he already has influence over me.
He gets to shift your labels. He gets to
sweet.
shift your labels.
Oh, sweet. I like that.
Oh, and take influence over them.
Yes, which means you get to shift mine as well.
Jeez, okay, there's a lot of shifting going on here.
There is. I am going to, because it was, what you were doing was cool, but it wasn't necessarily the smartest thing.
Super reckless, yeah.
Freak up, superior down. And because this is an influence shift, you can't reject it.
Ah, nuts.
Yeah.
considering that I took your advice. Oh wait, no, you said I was cool, but I did take your advice. You had good advice to give. I would probably say superior up. Can. And I'd probably say freak down, honestly.
Unfortunately, my superior is max, so I will have to mark a condition, and I'm marking guilty. Because I feel, like, I do feel a little guilty that I just told him off when we did that. He needs to hear it.
Nice.
Oh wait, do I clear a condition for the thing you said to me earlier too, or no?
Mark potential, clear a condition, or shift your labels because you opened up.
So it's one of those then, right?
Yes.
Gotcha. Ooh, that's tempting. I'm gonna probably... I want the superior up. I'm gonna mark the potential instead, because I think Sync's learning some lessons.
Okay. Apollo, you want in on any of this?
No, I'm good. I'm angry with you right now, actually.
Okay.
Apollo's just begrudgingly eating on the floor with the food that they've set down there.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Well, what I am going to do, though, is all that because we're celebrating, I am going to look down, Nick, and you are the most badass cat anyone could ever want. Scritchy, 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 scritchy.
Actually, I think I joined in on that a little bit and say, yeah, the way you saved that receptionist, like, even if she was, like, not who she said she was, like, still, you jumped right in there. That was pretty sweet. You almost got that thing's eye out, too.
That feels a lot like comforting and supporting.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I'm not aiming for the comfort and support.
I actually wasn't either, but...
I'm aiming for the outsider drama move.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's actually your drama move when you share a triumphant celebration with someone.
Oh, I
take influence over them if you show them meaningful affection, physical or emotional. They decide if it's meaningful.
Oh, Apollo's immediately going to start purring at the scratching.
Take influence. Label shift.
I already have influence.
Flash that label shift.
Shift your labels?
Yep.
Yep. I'm pretty sure I know what's going up.
Mundane up.
Yep.
And superior down.
Okay. And then I'm guessing, like the good emotional support cat you jump up in Daniel's lap and purr and go to sleep.
No, I steal one of his hush puppies and start gnawing.
Oh, he gives it to you because he doesn't like the hush puppies as much, so he gives it to you.
Just lay in his lap, kind of.
I'd probably actually do the comfort and support with my little nudge towards Apollo because he took some licks today.
All right, roll it.
Okay. Oh, this is actually pretty poor. Oh well, I have influence over you. So here you go. Whee!
Okay.
Even though that person you saved was totally a villain.
So how were you attempting to comfort and support him? Was that the...
I love that Harvard's ways to comfort and support always result in bad things so far.
Right. Were you just scritching his head?
No, he was covering support by saying, like, how awesome it was that he saved the lady that actually turned out to be a bad person.
So that's like the most condescending thing you've ever heard Sync tell you for whatever reason.
You're still on the list.
What'd I do?
You'll know when I've gotten you back. Don't worry.
Okay.
Dead mouse in my shoe.
Right.
If you're lucky, it'll be a dead mouse.
So, alright, so, we get a little bit... That's exactly what I was thinking of, too. So, you just made the list! So, anyway, so, page turns. It's evening now. So, I have a question for Sync.
Gotcha.
Do you actually study for your chemistry test on Monday with Cal?
Yes. He does want to prove to his parents that he...
Great, because I have a thing for this.
Okay. A thing for when I study?
Yes.
Yay!
Study.
It's got my name attached to it.
Yes.
I will say that part of the chemical reaction stuff, to help you understand more, Cal gives you one of the gauntlets, so you can experience chemical reactions firsthand.
Nice.
Firsthand.
All right, so...
Yes, that was the joke.
Right. Firsthand. Nice. So studying. When you study for a test, roll plus superior. On a hit, you feel like the test is going to be easier for you. But regardless of the result, you stay up all night studying and may be a little tired the next day. On a 10 plus, you feel like you've absorbed the information into your brain. Hold 1. Spend this hold only for the test you studied for. Take +1 forward on your roll against the exam in either clearing condition or mark potential. On a 7 to 9, you feel really good about the test. Take +1 forward on your roll against the exam in clearing condition. On a miss, choose 1. You fall asleep too early or your focus is lacking. You do not get the benefits of studying. Or you study all night, but the words on the page start to overwhelm your brain. Take a powerful blow, but take +1 forward against your roll on the exam. Study alternatives. If you received help from Cal, you may substitute plus danger for the roll to study. If you received any help from any source, take +1 forward on the roll to study. So you get a choice. You can either roll plus superior or plus danger, and you get +1 to this roll.
I'd probably choose to do superior because it's better than my danger.
It's fine. Just make sure
Right. The danger is because of all the explosions.
That's right. Yeah, that was why Cal's plus danger. Make sure you uncheck any condition you have that would affect that roll.
Let's see. It shouldn't. Yeah, superior's not affected by this.
All right.
Okay, now you get +1 for it, you said?
Yep.
Okay. By the way, that note is empty, so I can't see any of the stuff you said.
Oh,
but that's okay.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
That should have worked.
I just see.
Oh, you know what? Oh, that's... I know why.
In the GM section.
Yeah, I put it in the wrong section.
Either way, you're
Yeah,
welcome for the help on the test, friend.
You
Thanks, Cal.
smashed it.
Ooh, there it is.
There we go. Okay. Sorry about that.
No, it's fine.
All right. So, anyway, 10. All right. So, and you're going to want to, like, make a note of this someplace?
As long as it stays up, I should be able to see it.
Well, I mean, you're going to want to make a note of this, because I don't know if we're going to get to your test or not. Or I guess we could.
Probably.
I mean, I'm good to keep going as long as you guys want to.
It's up to you. I'll just put this on my notes at least.
All right, so on a +10, 10 plus, you feel like you've absorbed the information into your brain. Hold 1. Make sure you write that down. Spend this hold only on the test you studied for. Mark +1 forward against the roll in the exam. Either clear a condition or mark potential.
Okay, so hold 1 for against the exam?
Yeah. Yeah, you'll be told what that hold does later. Because guess what? I have another move for your exam.
Oh, you think of me so much.
I made a study exam, like, mechanic for you.
Okay, so place 1 forward against the exam. Hold 1. Oh, right. I do actually not have a place to hold things. That's so weird when you're not a Nova. Okay. Then I get either clear condition or mark potential. If I mark potential, I get my level. Because that means I've learned something, which is important. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna mark. I'll take the potential for that.
All right. Okay.
Besides, I'm still angry at my parents, so I don't get rid of that.
There you go. So you guys study into the night. It's Saturday. And Cal with the explosions and Apollo probably streaming.
Apollo left. They're making explosions, so I'm not streaming anything. Apollo's left the building.
Okay. So do you go out and see Athena?
Because of the explosions.
So do you... Oh, so if you're outside, Athena's, out there.
Yes, so we are doing the explosions and stuff outside because it's much safer to do chemical reactions.
Right.
And Apollo's definitely inside avoiding that.
And Cal is like, well, we're going to start with the simple ones and go from there. Mm-hmm. And he starts with the Diet Coke and Mentos.
Right.
And then goes to baking soda volcano. And
right.
And then shows the footage that he extracted from the computer of him freezing the lizard with a cold pack.
Ooh, I would like that one.
Nice. Okay, so we're going to turn the page one last time. This is going to be a scene, existential scene with, again, some figures.
Interstitial.
Interstitial, thank you. I'm sorry. I'm tired. So, you see figures, and one of them says, and this time you actually see the guy you saw in the video, Mustache Man. He's standing there. And the figure off to the side says, "So you got it then?" Yes, we got him. We got the doc. We got as many notes as we could. That kid was there. You were right. I don't know what his role is in all of this, but it's interesting he's shown up twice now. He seems to know a lot about this. I agree. Maybe we ought to do something about that. And that's where the comic book's going to end. So, end of sessions?
End of sessions.
Mr. Brain, you have an end of session move, I believe. Answer the question. Did you take steps to make amends for your shame?
Yes.
Heck yes, you did. Mark potential.
Beep boop. Oh boy. Things are about to get really fun here because with my end of session move, I am going to grow closer to the team.
Yep.
Because as much as I was a jerk, you can't not grow close to somebody when you have a study session full of explosions.
For sure.
So I'm going to mark my last potential, which is going to unlock an advance. I already know the advance that I'm taking.
Okay.
You thought I was crazy as it is. Now I have access to beacon drives.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't actually,
Of course you take beacon stuff.
Yeah, I don't actually know what the significance of that is, but okay.
Okay, I will beacon drive. Scroll up here and I'll give you the explanation.
Like, I know what they are-ish, but I don't know, like, what they do for you.
Okay, so, choose 4 drives to mark at the start of play. When you fulfill a marked drive, strike it out and choose one of the following. Either mark potential, clear a condition, or take influence over somebody involved. When you've marked 4 drives, when 4 marked drives are struck out, choose and mark 4 new drives. When all drives are struck out, change playbooks, retire from the life, or become a paragon of the city. This is one of the few ways that you can change playbooks without hitting the change playbook advance. And basically, this is Tim showing I still want to do this hero thing, and the reason I'm marking drives here is because of the interaction with Daniel, with the whole he sees me as a hero, I want to be a hero. Right. Now let's see how it feels to be a hero. Mm-hmm. So that's the reason, and basically there are a whole bunch of different ones, and when one triggers in the fiction, I get to do the thing.
Perfect. Cool.
But since Sync already had influence over me, gets to do a label shift. This time, it can't be an illegal shift, so Savior is at 3. Everything else is fair game to go in either direction.
Illegal shift.
Honestly, he's probably going to say danger up and actually Savior down because we didn't actually protect the person that we thought we wanted to.
That makes sense.
Especially considering the bot's defense was the biggest sticking point for him in this.
True.
Yeah.
All right. Sync, what say you?
I mean, it seems pretty obvious to me that I'm growing closer to the team because that's kind of what this was really good for him with that. And it's still I'm growing. So Cal made me feel very welcome because he pointed out my faults and tried to make things feel better. So definitely gonna say Cal on that.
All right.
I Freak is at max. Everything else is fair game.
Well, considering we spent a lot of this time studying for a test, I'm gonna and also the botch savior roll, botch defend roll. Superior up, savior down.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So I feel like I know what the answer to this was going to be, but Paulo, what are you doing?
I don't actually know.
Really? Okay.
You know the answer. He doesn't.
Right.
Actually, I'm gonna grow close to the team.
Okay.
And it was the end, kind of Cal saying, you screwed up, but you're a good kitty anyway.
Alrighty.
And so I am going to. I'm going to clear a condition. I'm going to clear angry.
And since I already had influence, I get to do a label shift.
You do. Freak and superior are maxed. They can go down.
Oh.
Danger up, mundane down.
Oh, I cleared a condition as well, by the way.
No, mundane's max too. It's at negative.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Monday's
So
a
in that
negative.
case, danger up. Danger up, savior down.
That we can do.
Because you just jumped into battle.
Yeah, you
For
did.
sure.
Heck yeah, you did. Alright, well, and with that, we're done for another session of Caelus City. Thank you guys all for watching. I hope you had a good time. For Norestia, Cham, and Tej, my name is OPT Lawyer. Have a good night, everybody. Later, alls. Bye.